Nigeria, you're tuned into the Breakfast Show where we dive into stories shaping our democracy and daily lives. And today we're unpacking one of the biggest political stories of the week, and that is the declaration of Professor Charles Soludo as the winner of the Anambra State gubernatorial election. Now, the state returning officer and vice chancellor of the University of Benin, Omorige Edoba, declared Soludo the winner of the exercise on Sunday after the collation of results from the local government areas of the state where the election was held. Now, Soludo, the candidate of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, secured 422,664 votes, beating his closest rival, the All Progressives Congress, Nicholas Okachukwu, who polled in 99,445 votes. But beyond the victory speeches and celebrations, there are questions lingering in the air. And, that's questions about integrity, questions about money, and the real cost of political loyalty. Now, reports suggest that financial promises were, of course, we saw him make some promises, financial promises, that's Soludo now, to different wards during the campaign, raising concerns about how far money, not merit, constitutes, sort of continues to influence Nigeria's election. So this morning we're asking, did this Anambra State's election, did people really vote for leadership, or was loyalty bought and, paid for? And what does this mean for the credibility of our democracy? Right? So my name is Choma Kalo, and joining me this morning is Goodness Idehen, and together we'll be breaking down what this election says about Nigeria's political culture and the power of money in our democracy. So before we get into all of this, I have a guest coming up, by the way. Let me find out how Goodness is doing. How are you, Goodness?
I'm doing well. Good morning.
Good morning. You look nice.
Oh, fine. And you look great in
Thank
your new
you.
hairstyle. I can even see the bling on your fingers. Wow.
How did your weekend go?
My weekend went well. Well, I wrote an exam on Saturday.
Oh.
But the result is yet to be out. Then
Oh.
Sunday, went to church all day. That was how I spent my weekend.
Well, how was the exam really? I hope you.
All right, good. I didn't answer all the questions.
Wait,
though,
is that good?
but
Sounds like God, I beg.
I answered most of the questions to my best ability.
Oh, I do hope it comes out well for you.
Amen.
Anyway, my weekend was great. I didn't have a lot of activities apart from the, of course, conventional cooking and stocking up for the week, and then church, and then I did a little bit of self-care here and there.
I can
So
really
yeah.
see. I can see. Please, you should be like, I think she's adding
easy,
more
please,
with-
easy. A
Your
girl
Choma money.
Okay, I like that. It's dollars actually.
Okay, Choma the dollars.
Anyway, we'll go on a very short break, and when we come back, we'll take you through the stories making headlines in today's newspapers. Please stay with us. Welcome back. Remember, you are the main ingredients in our conversation. I would love to hear your thoughts on this particular topic because it touches on everybody. Our phone lines are open. You can call us on 0702-500-7749. Also, you can call on 0701-4242-420. And if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, you can do that at Official Upgrade TV. Click that subscribe button, like it, share it, and tune in on channel 145 on your GoTV. And don't miss the conversation at all. So we're quickly just going to look at the stories making headlines. And we're starting with the Punch newspapers. And Goodness will take us through that.
All right, according to the Choma dollars. Now let's see what the Punch newspaper have for us this morning. Yeah. Above the masthead, it has the first story that says, crude oil revenue plunges by 43%. That story is on page 33. And besides that, we have drugs. Regina and Nuoko in fresh bitter showdown on page 8. And we have Soludo's Anambra win sparks political storm. Page 2. And just right beside the masthead, we have relating to genocide, PFN and Islamic Council in verbal crossfire. And the story is in page 8 as the Punch leads with the story that says PDP crisis, 3,000 delegates set for high-stakes convention. And we have a kicker that says Makinde and Wike calm straight blows as delegates gear up for convention. Also, we have a pictorial view of our military personnel, doing some stunts. Nice one.
Prepping.
And below, we have federal government vows tighter security after UK flags northern state unsafe. Also, 15 girls rescued from Ondo's sex trafficking network. And lastly, Aregbesol's backing can't save Adeleke, says APC chieftain. Now, let's look at the story that says, federal government vows tighter security after UK flags northern states unsafe. So the federal government has assured residents and foreign nationals of ongoing efforts to improve security across Nigeria following a fresh travel warning issued by the United Kingdom. As the United Kingdom's Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office advised against all travel to Borno, Yobe, Adamawa, Gombe, Katsina and Zamfara states, citing escalating violence, terrorism and kidnappings. It also recommended that the British nationals really they try to avoid all but essential travel to Bauchi, Kaduna, Kano, Kebbi, Jigawa, Sokoto, Niger, Kogi, Plateau, Taraba, and even some parts of the Federal Capital Territory, and warning of rising violent crime and potential flashpoints such as protests. So I'm even wondering, how is it possible that even the United Kingdom, so far away here, have so much information regarding almost all our northern states?
It shows you the difference. It shows you the difference.
Because you are abroad, you know so much like this, even all our
They have intel. It
states.
shows you the difference between two countries working and not working.
And Nigeria, we are the owner of the states. We are not even warning our own citizens. So it's quite alarming to see.
I actually think that, assuming Trump didn't weigh in on this whole genocide claims, right? I'm sorry, but this is what I feel. Our federal government would not have actually spoken about it. Because for months, if you go on social media, you will see like videos, you will see people talking about it. People internationally, they are talking about it, praying for Nigerian Christians. Even I think the opposition party in the UK parliament, they were talking about it. But our federal government never opened their mouths until Trump called us a country of particular concern. That's when they woke up. You now start seeing defense flying here and there. Oh, it's just
not true.
It's not. Yeah, it's a rumor. Muslims are also dying. It's just insecurity. There's no religious war anywhere. And it just shows you how much you are rated in this country. Because they can actually just the other day, I think it was yesterday, I saw the news, the Minister for Creative Arts and Musawa, I think that's Hannah too. She was talking, I said, oh, that the federal government, I think she was speaking on federal government putting in place task force for Dirty December. And when I saw it, I'm like, wait, pause. Is that your problem now? Is that your problem now? We're talking about genocide. But you people are claiming, oh, everything is okay. Oh.
For them, they have it all. Let me put it in quotes that they have it all.
But it's not even supposed to be
like that.
Their
major concern now is the December, how you're going to rock it.
How Dirty December would, help their economy.
And also fill in their pocket, their personal pockets.
Meanwhile, people in the north are not sure that they will be alive the next day.
Even to the following next year coming, because after December you are entering a new year.
I'm telling you, the very next day, tomorrow, they don't know if they'll be alive to even. That's what I'm saying. So you see, it goes to show you, right, how much importance the government attaches to the common Nigerian. I mean, if you don't have anything to offer them, they don't speak with you.
And for even international bodies and even international countries to show a great concern to this particular country. Yes, it is really a big slap on our face. And I've never ever seen Nigeria should be a country of major concern, like for many years. But now, really, we need to be on that list. And the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, I said the government was keenly aware of security challenges, but I doubt that in parts of the country, and is making effort to address them and make every part of the country safe for citizens and foreigners are like. At this moment, I don't think any foreigners will want to come into Nigeria.
Exactly.
The fear of kidnapping and the videos that have been on the internet, how kidnappers are treating their captivated people. It's so terrible.
It's even the boldness, right, that these bandits are having to come on social media and show you these things. You know, another reason I think the government weighed in is because of the economic impact this is going to have. Because investors are not confident enough to come and do business. Businesses will pause right now because of this. So that's why they are fighting tooth and nail to change that narrative. But you don't change it by just talking. You change it by actually
action.
doing something, right? It's really a sad one. But let's look at the Daily Trust newspapers. You're done with your papers, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just wanted to intend on one. There's one interesting story on the Punch.
Oh, okay.
That talked about drugs. This Regina Nwoko in Fresh Bitter showed that. So finally, it has been out that Regina had really accepted that she was on drugs. She was dealing with drugs.
There are different sides to that story.
Okay. But even the senator Ned also claimed to it that, oh yeah, she was on drug. Her brother Sammy was the one.
I'm not saying oh, she was not on drugs. I'm just saying from everything we have read, because I mean it's like a reality TV show happening for us on social media. From everything we've read, it goes to show us that Ned like puts them up to it. Do you understand? So according to her claims, he likes to be intimate with his wives when they are high.
Very high. That's
so I mean, you see, he doesn't exonerate him. Do you understand?
Yes.
So as much as you want to call her a junkie, sir, you are enabling.
The energy,
you are. Oh my Lord. Let's move. Let's move on to the Daily Trust newspapers. All right. We have the first story: genocide claim. FG silence on Amupiton's legal brief, and the Senate says we're not aware. I'm going to come back to that story. Then we have Anambra election. LP ADC candidates reject results as Soludo re-elected, which is making the crux of our conversation this morning. Trump threats, stock market loss hits 2.8 trillion naira. We also have protests in Kogi community over bandits attack. I think that's basically, the rest is about a university's convocation. But let's go to this genocide claim. So, you know, there's this report of something came up, right? In 2020, our present INEC chairman, Amopito, he contributed to a particular brief, you know, where he described the Boko Haram insurgency and attacks by Fulani herdsmen as part of a coordinated anti-Christian campaign that warranted international intervention. This was in 2020, and this is our present.
5 years after.
You know, and the Senate are telling us, we are not aware of it.
I like the way the government officials usually feign ignorance. Like,
do you understand?
Did it really happen?
Do you understand?
I can't recall.
You know, and then, you know, some the reporters also decided to call him to, okay, let's talk about this. 5 years later, do you still stand by this? Because if you remember, I always say, I wish, because it's hard to believe that it's not. I wish the position, that place of the chairman of INEC is actually independent and not loyalty driven, right? Because now everybody is claiming oblivious. Oh, we don't know about it. Oh, this and that. And now he wasn't available to speak on it when they contacted him. They said, oh, he was busy with the Anambra election. That's okay. So our election has finished.
After that, you come back. Let's
see what they say. But then I just wanted to point the light to how oblivious our government can be, right? We choose what we want to punish and what not to punish. Like I would always say, better I do. My madam is working freely with all the money that was diverted. They just suspiciously removed her, and that's it. You know, what's his name? Yahaya, former Kogi governor.
Okay.
We've not heard anything about that man, no.
Nothing.
Exactly. But then let a poor, broke Nigerian say something on social media. I read a story last week. This guy just came on social media and said, this bad road, though, you people budgeted 240 million, no, nothing has been done. He was picked and arrested. Yes, because he just commented on something that is obvious to everybody, right? So I just wanted to point the light to, we're not ready in
I think
Nigeria.
I have a solution to that.
What would that be?
Okay, the solution is that I feel probably monthly, all our ministers, senators, and even government officials need to do a general checkup at the hospital and even mental health checkup. I think that will really do.
That's not gonna happen. I'm
because
sorry.
we need to really,
It's not gonna happen
see
because
if they're really in good health, right?
They are.
They're getting old. Dementia
the
is
problem
set to take
is
place.
no, that's not it. It's greed and selfishness. I know what they say. Oh, once you join the APC, all your sins are forgiven. You heard that. And right in our very before, you are seeing that happening. You're seeing that happening. Anyway, that's all we can take on the stories making headlines in today's newspapers. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll get into our hot topic for the morning. Please stay with us.
Nigeria, by extension Africa, battles a growing youthful population and with little or no meaningful engagement leaves a ticking time bomb on our hands. We are a blessed continent with great wealth, both in people and material. Our focus on ways remains driving conversations that affects us all. Topics in the news, social concerns, politics, leadership, governance, empowerment, resource management, conflict management, finance, SME sustainability, technological innovation, food security, health, education, brain drain, our well-being, citizenship, and much more. Our goal is to continuously drive these conversations, keep them burning at the table to effect a positive change, both for our nation and continent. Ways, what are you saying, has a secret ingredient that completes the conversation every single episode, and that ingredient is you. Our past conversations shaped our yesterday. To shape our tomorrow, we must keep talking. So, I want to hear you. Be a part of our live conversations Mondays through Fridays. And let's all have our say.
You're welcome back. And this morning, if you're just joining us, we're talking about Soludo's win in Anambra State and the prize of power. And we're asking, did money decide Anambra's future? So over the weekend, right, INEC declared Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo of the All Progressives Grand Alliance as the winner of the Anambra State's governorship election, polling in 422,664 votes, beating his closest rival of the All Progressive Congress, that's Nicholas Ukachukwu, who polled in 99,445 votes. You know, but like I said earlier, as everybody is celebrating, as he is celebrating, right, questions on integrity has been raised. Now, during that campaign, let's not forget that Soludo promised a lot of financial incentives in millions to party wards that delivered victory. Now, this is a move that has stirred national debate about the role of money in Nigerian politics, and even election observers reported different cases of voter inducement, particularly at some of the ward level. It's a troubling pattern, you know, that reflects a larger national concern. The Center for Democracy and Development estimates that vote buying occurred in over 25 states during the last general election, showing how deeply entrenched money has become in Nigeria's democratic culture. So while the people of Anambra State have spoken at the ballot box, the question remains, did they vote for leadership or did they vote for money. Did money just decide the outcome of what we did on Saturday? And I was watching the collation yesterday morning, and there's so many people that were interviewed said, oh, this is the best we have had in a long time. This election was very calm. It was this, it was that. But then a lot of, even the LP candidates and the ADC candidates, they came out, they've reacted. They said, this is the highest vote buying we have seen. The ADC governorship candidate was so mad. He said, this should be an outcry, because what they saw on Saturday was really, really alarming. People were giving between 3,000 to 20,000 just to cast votes. I saw a video also of a man who went to a particular ward, and while people were casting their votes, he was interviewing the lady in charge there, and only to realize that the result sheet for collation for that particular ward was not even there. And the lady said, oh, we don't know now. They said they will bring it to us. What does that even say? It means somewhere they are writing the results already, and the people that came out under the sun were just wasting their time. These things are it's really saddening. It's really saddening, to say the least. But, joining us to unpack this whole development, to analyze this whole election that happened on Saturday, we have Comrade Declan Ihekire, and he's a national coordinator activist for good governance. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Nigeria.
Yes, thank you for joining us. From your perspective, sir, I want to believe that you followed that election. How do you see it? What do you think?
Well, to the best of my knowledge and to the best of the knowledge of Nigeria, this is the worst election so far in the history of our democratic setting in this country. Why did I say that? A situation where you see open buying of votes, a situation where you see open rigging by voters, by electorates, by any those that cover the people. It was a pure case. It was a pure case of the highest order. And I'm not surprised, because of the relationship between the incumbent governor of Anambra State, Mr. Soludo, and the presidency. Don't forget in the quick that of recent, Nigerians saw ABGA of APC, whereby the governor was seriously commending Mr. President. So what happened and what we saw is a collabo between APC and ABGA in order to retain someone who is loyal to the president.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. We lost you for a bit, but go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I said what happened in Anambra, that the collabo between ABGA and APC, knowing fully the relationship with the president and the current governor of Anambra State. So I was not expecting than what happened.
See?
Are you there?
Yes, we can hear you. You just keep going off, but we can hear you now.
Yeah. I said what happened in Anambra is a shame. Collabo between ABGA and APC in order to consolidate the relationship between Mr. President and the governor of Anambra State. So that's my take on that.
Right. Well, I do understand your school of thought, but before I go on, goodness, go ahead with your question.
Okay, so good morning. I wanted to ask concerning the election process. First, is this against the Electoral Act and in our constitution? Because we could literally call this vote buying, but the people of ABGA have come out to claim that this is not vote buying. It's just a way of motivation to energize the voters to come out to actually vote during the election. So how can you classify this, or will I say, or will you say rather, that this is right, that it could also, under the law, be classified as a good one to motivate voters, or could we label it as a vote buying case?
The question for me?
Yes, it is. I said, could we label this as a vote buying case, or according to the claim of the ABGA?
It's a pure case of vote buying. Any during, before, and after an election is vote buying. But it's unfortunate that body or the agency or the government that should act, like EFCC, will surely do the bid of Mr. President or the President. Because you come to look at it, who appointed EFCC chair is the handwork of Mr. President. So you don't expect EFCC to go after those who the President has reflected on. And so any engagement, as far as I'm concerned, is vote buying. Whether they point it encouragement or is vote buying. And there's the penalty to that effect.
So, Mr. Declan, let me ask you, why has money politics remained so deeply rooted in Nigeria's election? Is it the poverty? Is it distrust? Or, I mean, I feel like it has now become a trail of political culture. Which is it? Why do we have to still battle this?
We'll keep on battling this in as much as our leaders have refused to do the needful for the people of the country. In as much as the leaders have decided to hold the people down. In as much as the people have made you hungry. In as much as the government refused to do the needful in making sure that as much as making governance, the cost of governance low. Because you said people saying that the way of getting the national cake. And so it will continue as much as what we have today are not leaders. What we have are corrupt people who are self-centered, who are only concerned about their pocket, about their family, and about their. And so everyone wants to have. So this electoral period, Nigerians see it as a way of steering part of nationalism.
Dr. Declan, I want to ask this question. From the Labour Party aspect, the angle, now they've come out to claim that in Anambra, before the election, when the citizens, they had to collect their PVCs, right, that the INEC, in a way, rubbing it off on the INEC in a way, has fault in this because of their sluggish attitude towards sensitizing or creating awareness to the people that, oh, their PVC cards are ready. There was no public announcement, even through the media and everything. And even in the giving out of the PVCs, they were very slow at it, which makes that most of the citizens that could have voted for, let's say, the opposition party, were unable to get their voters' card. Do you feel this is really probably a strategy to have also influenced the votes and had supported the ABGA as the electoral winner?
As far as I'm concerned, the National Orientation Agency and INEC are guilty. Don't forget the way who appointed the National Orientation Agency director, who appointed the INEC chairman. Did a page by the page two. If the aim is to reduce the number of people that are going to vote, there will be sabotage from those agents. There won't be awareness on the needful for them to get their voters card. And so I am not surprised. We will keep on. Today, when God in His infinite mercy will give Nigerians leaders What we have today are sort of rulers. They are just ruling, they are not leading. A leader in a democratic setting is a servant. But what you have today, you have people who are ruling at all costs that have become masters of the people. It's just a matter of time. People will mature.
Well, in a same situation, right, what would be the penalty for what Soludo did? Because, to be very honest, you cannot give a poor man 1 million naira.
Gala and drink.
No. In this case, he promised the words some millions of naira. You can give a poor man, that kind of money and expect that he doesn't return the favor, right? According to reports yesterday, because I keenly followed this thing, and it was reported that a particular woman later in the evening, in one word, came and was complaining that, oh, what you people promised to pay me is not what you people paid me. Make it make sense. So now I'm asking, right, in a same situation, with all of these evidences, what would be the penalty for what Soludo has done?
Soludo alone is not guilty.
Okay.
Soludo wouldn't have done it alone. And if you ask me, there's something like penalty. Who is penalizing who? It's going to penalize somebody who is already enjoying immunity. For the next 4 years, he's enjoying immunity. And as soon as he leaves the governorship seat, he becomes a senator in the government. And as a senator, he becomes untouchable. So who penalizes him? So the issue is beyond what we are saying. And we will continue this way until we get the right people from God. I've said it out with that number. After in Anambra State is an extension of APC. So it's garbage in, garbage out. Nobody's going to penalize anybody. Before Anambra election, they had the elections in other states.
Right.
So who penalized those that were arrested?
Okay, comrade, I want to ask, regarding all what you've been saying concerning the governments, people involved in this, as they would not even penalize them. Now, there's a situation, just want to go recap, regarding River State, where we had Wike and the rest, where even it's been noticed that when we have such cases, and even been taken to the courts, we have these cases after being dragged for a long time, they'll still sweep it under the carpet. And, what we will still be. So in such situation that happened in Anambra State, it's my own opinion asking you, right? Do you feel, because the way I've seen this thing, I know APC for sure wouldn't have wanted to take this lightly. But there's not so much pressure per se.
There's none at all.
Yes, from the opposition party, kicking against the act that Soludo had done before the electoral day. Do you feel that there's something behind this? Because we've seen a lot of governors, once they've gotten to the position, they defect to the APC or to the ruling party. Do you feel that this is also probably a thread work of such?
I've just told you that Afghan in Anambra State that is APC.
Okay.
Whether Soludo likes it or not, or for an incumbent governor of the political party to openly come out and endorse a sitting president from another party, it's an aberration in the democratic setting. If all things are equal, Soludo should have been impeached by now.
Of course.
He's a governor of another party. Is he saying nobody qualifies to be a president in Afghan or from Afghan? It's an aberration. He should have been impeached. And that's the truth. Also, asking me now is going to show the line of those who have defected. Soludo has defected for now. And there's no punishment.
So that means our electoral bodies are not independent as we see, because even if you check the full meaning of INEC, there is independent, has the first letter. So meaning they're not really doing their work to be fair, to ensure that election is free and fair.
Anyway, so just before you come in, we'll go on a very quick break. And when we come back, we'll take the conversation from there. Please stay with us.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing.
The just concluded Ihekire on this particular issue. Comrade, are you still with us?
Very much.
So, Anambra state voters in this case, who accepted the cash inducement, the cash incentives during this campaign period, are they supposed to be seen as victims, or are they active participants in this corruption? Because somehow I don't think I should exonerate them as well. What do you think?
The electoral act clearly stated that the keeper and the receiver are guilty. But who is going to arrest the keeper? Who is also going to arrest the receiver? Nobody. We are in a country where we are saying we practice, but what we are practicing is simple rules. Is removing kati and you put it on a banner. This is what we are facing in the country. In a normal claim, the receiver and the keeper are perfect. And so for me, I would have suggested a situation where we have a very strong electoral act that will make it highly punishable for the giver and the receiver. Let me tell you, the foundation of that governance and the foundation of good governance starts from the inception of INEC. If INEC decides to support rigging of elections, you have people who are not qualified to be in charge. And when people who are not qualified to be in charge are in charge, you should expect bad governance. You should expect a situation where their loyalty is not to the people again. Their loyalty will be to those who sponsor them, who bring their pocket where they pick money from to buy the votes that brought them in. So INEC is our mini God. It shall be like a mini God or a demigod that determines the fate of Nigerians. Let me tell you, the day INEC will get it right, like during June 12th, 1989, during Abiola regime, you will see the joy of the people when the right person was voted. So when are we going to go out to such situation or to such situation? We're in a situation where Nigeria is suddenly becoming a one-party state, which is very dangerous, extremely dangerous. I will not tolerate that.
All right, just before we ask you another question, we've got some comments on YouTube, and this was sent in by GOP25. He says, good morning, Ways. There are a few things to note about Anambra election yesterday. Firstly, it was not only Soludo who induced voters, but also other parties. Now, the next comment he left says, there is a trending video of a party agent on Channels TV who followed a woman to the polling booth and saying, Egole, that's in Igbo, meaning how much does she want to take, to vote for his party. I mean, these things are really saddening. These things are really saddening. Another one says, another thing, there was serious voter apathy yesterday. As again, 2.8 million voters, Anambra election had just close to 600,000 accredited voters, in which case we can say the minority decided. I mean, I was going to make this point too, because yes, we have over, 2 million people, and then we're just having I don't even know if it's up to 600. I don't think they were up to 600,000 voters yesterday. And so at what point do you tell us, oh, across all the wards he made 21%? These things are very, very saddening.
I think that's where even the Labour Party representative made mention concerning the INEC not creating an awareness that their PVCs were ready for them for those citizens in Anambra State to go up and pick their PVCs to vote. And that's why earlier on we were talking about how the INEC too could have contributed in this mess in the Electoral Commission. Because how can you say an electoral body and you need to create an awareness for the citizens and let them come and get their permanent voters card? Well, in a way, it could also mean to the other opposition party that it was done intentional, not to create that awareness, so that the people or the party you had pretended behind that, oh, you want this party to win, but acting all independent and innocent, should win the election. Because if such thing doesn't happen, I'm sure that it's going to even be a very tight one for the APGA to have come out to be the winner, despite that, because they are not the only party that also involved in this vote buying stuff of probably inducing before election or so.
Mr. Declan, that now brings me to something else I want to talk about. This Professor Joash Amupiton, the newly appointed INEC chairman, we've always said that this Anambra election was going to be his first assignment. How would you rate him? Because you would think that this man will come in and with his resume, first of all, his pedigree is impeccable, is beautiful. And then listening to him during the screening, you will want to give him a benefit of doubt. But now that the elections are over, how would you rate this man presently?
I had always known that he's going to be a savior. I had always known that he had nothing to offer. I had always known that he was appointed to act a script. In a normal time, he should have resigned by now, or he should have been sacked by now. But who will sack him? And will he ever resign? Have you ever seen anyone of them resigning? This is his own time to eat part of the national cake. So he has failed Nigeria and he has failed the Anambarians. And that's the bitter truth. I expected a situation where he has used the Anambra election as a test of his integrity, as a test for getting fairness and truthfulness in our election. Like I said earlier, in the history of this country, this is the worst gubernatorial election that has ever been held in history. So it's a shame on him. And next chairman, shame on you. And you should resign.
All right, comrade. So just a quick one. What will you say concerning even the people that come out to vote as a result of being induced? I saw a video where the voters, some of them were giving Coke and Gala, even with, I think, 2,000 Naira notes or 1,000 Naira notes. So I know that the fact that there is this hike in poverty in Nigeria, basically, because a lot of people are suffering. What can you advise citizens when it comes to this kind of election? Because we're having a bigger election coming up. We're having the presidential election soon. And there have been a lot of campaigns and everything here and there. And even people are there, stand by, trying to look for how they are going to do vote buying. So what advice would you have to give to the citizens of this country?
The advice I would give them, they should choose either to remain in poverty or they choose to be liberated. If they choose to remain in poverty, they should keep on collecting money from politicians and be voting for them. Whatever you sow, you reap.
Right.
And so, if they decide to liberate themselves, they should refuse any attempt of resistance and they should vote their conscience. And when you don't vote your conscience, what you get is a result called malgovernance. And that is why you see states in this country today like Ogun State, that is number 3 in revenue collection. And you see the infrastructural development in Ogun State at 0. No road, no infrastructure, and nobody talking. Because those that have voted them out is going to vote out. And so what we get is failure. So it's either you choose to have good governance or you choose to have bad governance and remain poor for life.
I mean, you can't be in the middle now. Anyway, unfortunately, that's all the time we can take. Thank you so much, Comrade Declan Ihekiri, for your beautiful insights to the conversation this morning. And back to you viewers, at the end of the day, right, you see, democracy should be about ideas and not inducements. What happened in Anambra State is more than an election story. It's a mirror showing how money continues to shape our choices and our future. Now, Professor Soludo's victory now carries, a moral test to prove that leadership can rise above politics, of payment, politics of payment, and deliver governance of purpose. Because power bots is never truly earned. It must be justified by service. It must be justified by honesty. And above everything, by integrity, right? We want to see what he's going to do in this second term, because I didn't see the much he did in the first term. And now that these people, the people of Anambra State, have allowed themselves to be induced with money. Imagine they're giving you 3,000. Oh Lord, poverty is not a good thing. 3,000 naira is
the effect of poverty.
It's not even enough transportation to get to your house. But because you've seen it and it's money, and you're thinking about them, you can buy a mansion on that 3,000 naira. And you forget your sense of reasoning, and you still go and vote for the same government who don't take care of even youth coppers. Remember the coppers that were beaten up by their tax force? And they
claimed that they were going to be disbanded, but
then we've not heard anything.
No story.
This is the same government, the same administration. You carried your 2 left legs. Forgive me. You carried yourself
we could
to go vote.
Minority voted for him, so we can't just generalize it for the whole.
Are those the minority that voted? Did they vote to their clear eyes, or did they vote looking at the cash?
The money to solve the immediate
and
situation.
It's not like the person that commented rightly pointed out. I'm not just faulting Soludo. I think it was the ADC chairman that was speaking yesterday, saying, that he was told to set some money aside to settle the voters. And, because he is a good patriotic citizen, and he was, he didn't tell us whether he did it or not, but these things do happen. So it's a case of the highest bidder.
One word for me is I'll just put it out there. For every citizen, even not just Anambra, entirely Nigeria, don't sell your birthright for just some crumbs and, put out your PVC to get the bad government in place.
Anyway, do ensure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Official Upgrade TV. You can interact with us further, drop a comment, and most importantly, follow all our social media engagements. And remember to like, share, comment, and invite your friends and family to watch us and follow us. Do have a wonderful day ahead, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.